great to be in De Pere, Wisconsin. Thank you.
First of all, how do you solve the crisis between Israel and Hamas and put an end to that conflict? And how concerned are you about the tension building between Israel and Iran right now?
Well, look, I worry about the tension a lot because Kamala Harris has given the Iranians billions of dollars, and they keep on buying weapons and attacking not just Israelis, but they keep on attacking Americans. It's crazy. Stop giving bad guys money. It's not that complicated. It's a very simple principle in American diplomacy. The second thing that I say is, look, it is not our business to micromanage Israel's war in the Middle East. Hamas is an evil organization. Thank you. Hamas is an evil organization. What we should be doing as an ally of Israel is empowering them to wipe Hamas off the face of the earth and get this war over. It's very simple. I think the problem with Kamala Harris's policies is it's like the dumbest of two possible worlds, right? You're saying that you want to, that's Kamala Harris for you, but you want to prolong. She's saying that she wants the war to end as quickly as possible, but she refuses to provide the necessary stuff so that Israel can end the war as quickly as possible. She says that she cares about innocent civilian casualties, and I do too. I don't want innocent people to die in this conflict. The solution to that, though, is to give people precision weapons that minimize civilian casualties and let Israel destroy Hamas and get this thing over once and for all. That's simple. Kamala Harris is pursuing the worst of all possible worlds. Donald Trump's going to bring some peace and stability and some common sense back to the United States of America foreign policy.
I know we've asked you a couple of times today about the issue at Arlington National Cemetery, and I know you've mentioned that the campaign had permission to film there. One thing I didn't realize earlier today is that it's a federal law banning political campaigns from filming at grave sites. So I guess the question is, since families, to the best of my knowledge, civilians aren't able to grant exceptions to that, whether or not someone who wants to be president should have to abide by that law.
Well, Mike, look, I think the right person to ask is the Gold Star families who invited Donald Trump and lost a loved one because of Kamala Harris's failed policies. Were they happy to have the President of the United States there? And they would say, absolutely. Thank God somebody showed up. They wish Kamala Harris would have showed up. And she didn't. I mean, you guys in the media, you're acting like Donald Trump filmed a TV commercial at a gravesite. He was there providing emotional support to a lot of brave Americans who lost loved ones they never should have lost, and there happened to be a camera there, and somebody gave him permission to have that camera there. This is not a gross violation of federal law. This is a president who did what all presidents should do: show up and provide support to your own people. Thank you, sir. While the corrupt media and the bureaucrats and the people who have gotten rich off of American decline, they have chosen their candidate, and it's Kamala Harris. We are the American people, and our candidate is Donald J. Trump. Let's get him across the finish line, and let's do it together. God bless you, and thank you for having me. How we doing? Well, it is great to be in Erie, Pennsylvania. God bless you all.
Could you tell us more about the altercation that happened at the Arlington Cemetery? And two, what does debate prep look like for yourself and for Trump at this time?
Well, I think, first of all, the altercation at Arlington Cemetery is the media creating a story where I really don't think that there is one. There is verifiable evidence. There is verifiable evidence that the campaign was allowed to have a photographer there. There's verifiable, they were invited to have a photographer there. There's verifiable evidence that the families of these poor people who had their loved ones die 3 years ago at Abbey Road, Abbey Gate, those 13 Americans, a lot of them were there with the president. They invited him to be there and to support them. That's not an insult to the memories of their loved ones. They wanted Donald Trump there, and thank God that we have a president who stands with our veterans instead of one who runs away from them. Now it is amazing to me that you have apparently somebody at Arlington Cemetery, some staff member, had a little disagreement with somebody, and the media has turned this into a national news story. You know what I think our veterans care a lot more about? That Kamala Harris's VP nominee lied about his military service. I think that our veterans care a lot more about that. And the other thing our veterans care a lot more about is that 3 years ago, 13 brave, innocent Americans died, and they died because Kamala Harris refused to do her job, and there hasn't been a single investigation or a single firing. Look, sometimes mistakes happen. That's just the nature of government, the nature of military service. But to have those 13 Americans lose their lives and not fire a single person is disgraceful. Kamala Harris is disgraceful. We're going to talk about a story out of those 13 brave, innocent Americans who lost their lives. It's that Kamala Harris is so asleep at the wheel that she won't even do an investigation into what happened, and she wants to yell at Donald Trump because he showed up. She can go to hell. You all in Pennsylvania are going to get sick of me over the next 2 months because I practically live here in the state of Pennsylvania because this is such an important state for us. Thank you, sir. I will. And we got to remember, the only way, think of all the powerful interests, the broken bureaucracy in this country, the people who've gotten rich shipping your jobs to China, they want Kamala Harris. The only way to beat them and the only way to fight back is at the ballot box this November. Let's get out there, win Pennsylvania, re-elect Donald Trump, and take this country back. God bless you all. Thank you.
Right on,